Hello, friends, family, loved ones, or viewers of my YouTube channel, or whoever the hell you are. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion number 1, which is another section of videos that I'll have on my channel, starting now. Now, I know that in the Yu-Gi-Oh! News number 1, I sort of did a discussion too, but that's more of Yu-Gi-Oh! News is more of just telling you what new stuff in there. I don't plan, especially because I'm making it shorter, I don't plan to discuss much stuff in here. I'm just going to discuss like archetypes and specific cards. And a couple of new cards were added recently from the Jump Festa special card packs. The cards were added to Dueling Network, which you can see here. Like real quick, a couple of cards. And some of the cards from Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy were added, which are the Phantom Beastcraft archetype, or however the hell they're going to call it, because they're probably going to have quite a few name changes. And also, oh, look, Chronomelly, Junk Puppet. Now we got Radiance Dragon, Mecha Dragon, and Fiery Dragon. We have dual dragons. Yay. But anyway, the card I want to focus on today is Kamaitachi, or as it's called in Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, Fire Dance Longsword. But seeing as I don't think there's any official English name given here, Wiki even says the names aren't official, so I'm just going with the phonetic Japanese one, Kamaitachi. And this might just become a new staple-ish card. It's a level 4 beast fire monster with 1700 attack and 600 defense. So it has 1700 attack, which is pretty good. Just like same attack as Cabazals and Dragawaiba, which work pretty well as like beaters in Dino Rabbits. So as a beater, Kamaitachi would work pretty well. But it's the effect that I'm really interested in, because this is what the effect reads. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. If it's destroyed by any means, so card effect or battle or whatever, and it doesn't even... No, I'll get to that in a second, but if it's destroyed, let's say by battle, the opponent has, I don't know, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and destroys it by battle, well... bye-bye Blue Eyes White Dragon, and the opponent takes 500 damage, so that's a nice little extra. And yeah, obviously, probably you're not going to have it face up if they have a strong monster. Then you just place it in face down defense position, because if you summon it, they might not want to attack you, but then you might just suicide into it and then still destroy it. And there's quite a few cards that can sort of combo with this, like the Fire Kings. The Fire Kings have some effects, I believe, that also destroy cards in the deck, I think? Or in the hand? I'm not really sure. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, because I'm not really into Fire Kings. I've only faced them once, and I've never really studied anything about Fire Kings, so I don't know the archetype very well. That's just what I read on the Wikia. You know what, I'll just open that part, because it's in the tips for Kamaitachi. This card is useful in a Fire King deck, as the effect will activate regardless of where it is destroyed, which makes me assume that you can destroy with Fire Kings either in hand or from deck, because there you can destroy cards as well. And then you can target a card face-up monster the opponent controls, destroy it, and inflict damage. So it has to be a face-up monster. If the opponent only has face-down monsters, that is unfortunate, then it won't work. And it's only a monster, not a spell or trap, so that's sort of a downside, I guess. But there's quite a few more cards that can actually make use of this. I think we just have to move like 3-4 pages. I think it's one of these. Yep, this one. Direwolf the Terrafang. Pretty decent generic rank 4 Xyz. Once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card to target one beast, warrior, or winged beast type monster you control, and one other card on the field and destroy them. You could technically go for Direwolf itself, because it's a beast itself, and then another card. But if you then go to Kamaitachi, that's also a beast. So that way you just take out Kamaitachi and an opponent's card, and Direwolf can destroy any card, destroy one other card on the field. So that's any card, not just face-up monsters like Kamaitachi. So let's say you destroy a face-down monster or a trap or something that might be dangerous to you, and then because Kamaitachi was destroyed, you take out another face-up monster. So that way you can take out two monsters or a trap and a monster or whatever you want. But Direwolf can also combo with Fire Dance Longsword. And if we look further, the Wiki doesn't even have quite a few other cards that could work with it, such as Dark Hole. Although, then the opponent probably won't have many face-up monsters remaining. So, technically, Dark Hole won't necessarily work too well, because it still needs an opponent's face-up monster, and Dark Hole will likely destroy that. But I guess if the opponent has Zen Mains or a Gotcha or something, the opponent will have to use one more material. But yeah, remember that the damage is only inflicted if the destruction of the monster actually happens. Let's see. What other cards are... Whoa, what the fribbies? Not allowed to say about Wizard. Destruction Ring or Wild Nature's Relief? What is this? Let's say one face-up monster in your side of the field to inflict 1,000 damage to both players' life points. I guess that could work. Sounds like a card for Mech Lords. Can't remember ever seeing that card, actually. I remember this one. In the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2011 game, one of the earlier opponents, they used Beast Monsters, and they used this as well. Yeah, that could work. Gets... Oop, come on. Why am I doing so difficult? I'm just gonna go new first search. Kamaitachi's right here. Yeah, that way Kamaitachi gets 600 extra attack to attack with, and then it's destroyed in the end phase, and you can use it. And you can search it via Summoner Monk, via Vampire Dragon, which is this guy. You can search for it, although I haven't really seen Vampire Dragon at all used anywhere. Resonator Engine, if you would want, if you're running Resonators, although I don't see that often either. And Assault of the Fire Kings, here we go, one of the Fire King cards. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, special summon a Fire, Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monster from your deck. Its effects are negated, and it's destroyed during the end phase. So you can summon it, and then use it for an Xyz summon, or whatever, which is usually what this is for, I would assume. But you could also just leave it on the field if you want to take out an opponent's monster, and then in the end phase of Kamaitachi be destroyed, have it be triggered, destroy the opponent's monster, and inflict 500 damage. Let's see if Soul Robe is another card that I've mentioned. When a monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, except during damage step, pay 1,000 life points, special summon a level 4 from your deck. Could work, but I don't really see that card used that often. And of course, just like Direwolf, another card that came to mind that could use this is Scrap Dragon. Target one card you control and one card the opponent controls, destroy them both. So Scrap Dragon can destroy any card the opponent controls, and then as your own card you just take Kamaitachi, and then boom, Kamaitachi triggers, destroys an opponent's face-up monster, inflicts a bit of damage, and this could definitely work. And it's a level 4, so that would work with things like Goblinberg, Summoner Monk, Kakechokage, whatever you use in a rank in a level 4 deck with like quick level 4 Xyzs, you use that. But with Direwolf, will have some more use if you have Kamaitachi, and Scrap Dragon could use this. Fire Kings, definitely. There's quite a few ways that you can use this. I think this could become a new staple, because you can still set it and then destroy something. Like, I know Snowman Eater has more defense, and that's not necessarily a flip effect, but it is an effect that activates when flip face up. It has more defense, and it's a level 3, so it can be used with Debris Dragon, but and it's a water, so you can go into Gungnir and stuff. But this card, like when attacked by, let's say, Lagia, Evoltar Lagia, which is still a card that's used very often, it's destroyed. You can destroy Lagia. Like, of course, just like with Snowman Eater, Kamaitachi's effect can be negated by Dolka, but Lagia can't do anything, and you could just take it out. Boom. Gone. And for Snowman Eater, you'd have to wait a turn to flip summon it, or you have to wait for the opponent to attack you. Would you want to, Kamaitachi can just suicide into the opponent? You do take some damage, but then Kamaitachi does trigger immediately and destroy the opponent's monster, so that the opponents won't actually have their monster during their own turn. So, guys, what do you think of Kamaitachi, or Fire Dance Longsword, or whatever you want to call it? There's probably going to be a few name changes over the course of the next couple of weeks, but I think Kamaitachi has quite a bit of potential, and I'd like to hear what you guys think. What do you think of Kamaitachi? I actually quite like the design too. A little fox-y thingy, and then this really long sword, these blades at the end of the tail. I quite like the design too, and like fire, I quite like fire. Not fire as in real life. I'm pretty scared of fire, honestly, but in like cards, like fire is my favorite Pokemon type. And I quite like the Pyros and Fires, like their designs and stuff, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Mini are their card games and stuff as well. So yeah, what do you think of Kamaitachi? Do you think it has the potential to become possibly a new card that is seen in quite a lot of decks, or do you think this is one of those hyped up cards that don't really work at all and that barely anyone will ever use? What do you think? Please just tell me in the comments, and let's get this discussion going, because that's what this series is for, to get a discussion going about a card or a group of cards and see what we think. Alright guys, this was Alko193 with the first Yu-Gi-Oh discussion, this time on Kamaitachi. I will see you guys later. Now, where is the end video button? I can't find it.